everyone! So, new angle. I'm trying to work out whether or not I think it looks better me stood up or sat down, so let's see. Today we have October's book haul, and I don't usually do monthly book hauls. I usually just do it when I think I've accumulated enough books. But October was insane. There was so many releases, I got sent so many books, I bought books, and in front of me there is probably the biggest pile of books I've ever done in a book haul, so I decided it was time to do another one, even though I told myself that I was going to be really good. Let's get cracking, because we're going to be here forever. First book that I have is Rainbow Rowell's Carry On. I was so excited when I knew this book was coming out. I literally freaked out so much, and I was so excited. For those of you that don't know, there's a book that Rainbow Rowell wrote called Fangirl, which is one of my favourite books ever. It is incredible. I related to it so much. In the book Fangirl, the main girl Kath writes fan fiction about Simon Snow, and it's called Carry On, and this is essentially that fan fiction. This is that story and all of that, and I was so excited when I found out that this was coming out, and I really wanted to read it, and I've almost finished it. That's how much I've got left, and it's really good, and I've been loving it. I haven't been able to properly put it down. I told myself I'm going to read a couple more chapters, and before I know it, it's 3 AM. It's amazing, and I love it so much. Then Christopher Fowler's Brian and May, The London's Glory. Now, I interviewed Christopher Fowler a few months ago on my blog, which I will link below if you would like to read it. He has a series called Brian and May, which is about two detectives that live in London. It's a fantastic, very popular series. There's lots of little stories and tales and things all about Brian and May. So when I found out that they were going to be sending me a copy, I was really excited, and I'm really looking forward to reading it, because I think it's going to be really good. Then I got the Firewalker series by Josephine Anginelli, I think that's how you say her name, and these were sent to me by Maximum Pop. I'm not sure if you remember, earlier this year I did an interview for Maximum Pop over on their blog where they asked me lots of questions about my channel and YouTube and books in general, and they have a whole section about books and bookish things, and they ran a competition that was to win these books, and I was so excited when I found out that I'd won copies, because I was so excited to read them. They sound amazing. Two versions of the same world, two versions of the same girl, and they're gorgeous as well. Look how pretty the covers are, they're really shiny and nice. And this next book is Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone Illustrated Edition, and it's illustrated by Jim Kay. If I suddenly look a little bit different, that's because this is editing Ren, and she saw that even though the books were all on my bed, past Ren filming the video left out two, so these are those two because I couldn't not talk about them, so that's why changing everything. Illustrated version of Philosopher's Stone, that's exciting. Look at these pages. This was announced near the end of summer, I believe, and it is literally the whole story of Philosopher's Stone, but illustrated throughout, and it's beautiful and incredible, and it's one of the best, most prettiest books I've ever owned. Real advice, I went into the bookshops. Usually I'm a massive fan of buying from bookshops. I love them, I buy things from them all the time. It was £30 and I was gonna get it, and then I looked on Amazon and it was 15. So if you're going to buy this book, I'd get it off the internet. Then Titan Books sent me Maurice Brennan's Midnight Never Come. In hidden catacombs beneath London, below the royal court of Elizabeth I, a second queen holds power. In Vidiana, the dark ruler of fairy England, with Fae and mortal politics entwined in alliances and betrayals, when the fairy Luna is sent to manipulate Elizabeth's spy master, her path crosses that of a mortal agent, Michael Devon, who is seeking the hidden land in English politics. Will they be able to find the source of her power, find it and break it? I was never a sort of Fae world person and wouldn't really go for books about them until I read The Mortal Instruments, and I really liked them, and I really liked the way that they were written, and I really liked the sort of style of them, and I thought, you know, maybe I would like this, maybe I should read more about this. And when Titan Books contacted me and said would I like a copy to review and talk about and share with you guys, and I read all the story, I thought I'm gonna do it. I'm actually gonna put myself, because I love fantasy fantasy books, but I'm going to give myself a different area of fantasy and be really open-minded and read something more about it. And this sounds really good, and I think it's going to be the next book that I read, and I'm really excited to do it. Then the lovely people over at Titan Books sent me some books as well, and the first book that they sent me was V.E. Schwab's A Darker Shade of Magic, which is about a time-traveling magician called Kel who travels between different parallel universes. They then also sent me, which was so amazing of them, oh my god, I was so happy when I got this in the post, the Harry Potter character vault! The Harry Potter character vault. This came out near the end of September, I believe, and it is all of the information, oh my god, I can't do this, all of the information about the characters and the outfits and what went into the film and all the stuff behind the scenes, and oh my god, it is incredible. If you're a fan of Harry Potter, then this is something that you need to own. It's so cool. And at the back there's this little envelope which had some stuff in it. An Order of the Phoenix poster and a Death Eaters poster. How cool are they? Then I got the second book in the Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children series, Hollow City by Ransom Riggs. I've read Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children, which is absolutely amazing, and I loved it a lot. It's creepy and just so good, and the idea behind it is amazing, so I really wanted to read the second one. And then also I got the third book in that series, which was in Waterstones, and it's a signed copy! How exciting is that? The Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children is such a good book. It's this guy, and his granddad has died, but his granddad used to tell him these stories about this place that he used to go, and no one believed his granddad, no one believed it was real. His grandson actually starts to try and unravel the mystery and find out what this place is. I would definitely recommend it. It's such a good creepy book. Then I went to some book sign-ins in October because I love to do that. If you follow me on Twitter and Instagram, you'll probably see that seems to be all I did in October. And the first one that I went to was for Nick Frost, and he has got an autobiography memoir book called Truth, Half Truths and Little White Lies. Nick Frost is a British actor. He's in Shaun of the Dead, Paul, Hot Fuzz, The World's End, and he's absolutely fantastic. He's so funny. I love his films so much. He makes me cry, laugh. Shaun of the Dead is just such a good film, and I'm so excited to read this book. He read some snippets of it at the signing and like the book event and stuff, and it was so funny, so I'm really excited to read more of it. He signed it, Ren, sweet name, and then Frost. So. And I went to the book signing of Tyler Oakley and his book Binge, which I loved a lot. He signed it, there we go, and I got to meet him. I really liked this book. I've done a review of it which you can watch, I will link it below, and I honestly thought that it was fantastic. It's autobiographical, and it's just talking about his life and getting into YouTube and sort of everything before YouTube and things that he's gone through, but you should watch my review of it because I was really surprised. Like, I thought it was going to be good, but I really loved it, and I thought it was absolutely brilliant, and it's the best YouTuber book that I've read, so go check it out. And I went to the book signing of Tomska's Art is Dead comic book, which is awesome. I love Tom Scar. I thought he's so funny. If you like the Asdod movie, which is a YouTube series, then you should read this book. If you haven't seen the Asdod movie series, then you should definitely go watch it because they're so funny. It's so simple and basic, but it's just one of the best things, and I love it so much. It says, Ren, let's do a marriage. So I guess that means we're getting married or something. Then, as I'm sure most of you know, because I haven't shut up about it, I went to the book signing of The Amazing Book Is Not on Fire. This book came out in October, and I travelled all the way to Bristol to get it signed and meet Dan and Phil, and it's really cool. Again, I did a review of this, and I also vlogged the book signing day. Those videos will be in the description as well. Again, it's autobiographical. It's the world of Dan and Phil and everything that was before YouTube and getting into YouTube and all about their YouTube lives and everything that it's led them to, and it really is like a physical thing of Dan and Phil just compressed into a book. So I think lots of people appreciated having something so physical and something so like real and there, so it was really exciting to go and have them sign it and get to meet them. Then in the YouTube theme, I got Girl Online on Tour by Zoe Sugg, which is the sequel to her first book, which was just called Girl Online. Girl Online is about a girl called Penny who has a blog under the name Girl Online. No one knows who she actually is, and then she meets a boy called Noah, and when she's in New York, and lots of things happen and everything gets unraveled. And this is the second story. I wasn't a massive fan of Girl Online. I thought it had potential but then just kept falling. But I wanted to read the sequel. I want to see how the story progressed and if I preferred this one and if there was more depth to it, so I am looking forward to reading it and seeing what I think. And then the final YouTuber book that I got this month was This Book Loves You by PewDiePie, which is basically just pictures. It's just like filled with little silly pictures and little funny quotes and stuff, so it's not like a fictional story or an autobiographical stuff, it's just sort of more silly more than anything, but it is quite funny and it was making me laugh. It's quite pricey. I didn't get it. It says on here £12.99 and I think that's how much it is in bookshops. I got mine for £6 on Amazon because I definitely don't think I would have paid £13. I think that's ridiculous, so I definitely look online if you're going to get it because it is just pictures and quotes, so you know you don't want to spend lots of money for something that you can't really like read, if you get me. But it is a funny book and it was enjoyable for sort of what it is and stuff. It's filled with lots of funny and weird silly things. Then I got the special anniversary edition of Twilight. Yes, there is a 10th anniversary edition. This is Twilight, this bit, and then you flip the book and it's Life and Death, which is the story of Beau Swan and Edith Cullen, but everybody swaps genders and everyone that's a boy is now a girl and everyone that is a girl is now a boy. I actually preferred Life and Death and wish it was the actual story of Twilight. I really liked it and I thought that it was better than the actual Twilight story. I could not stop reading it. I loved it a lot. I really did like it. Obviously still not the best well-written thing, not the best literature thing, but I owe a lot to Twilight and I really was excited to read it when I woke up and found out that it was a thing. I literally was freaking out, so I'm so glad I got it and I really enjoyed Life and Death. And Bookbridger, which is an awesome website which I am a part of, which I love very much. It's a really cool opportunity to interact with authors and get books and review books and stuff. It's really cool. Sent Me Hello, Goodbye and Everything in Between by Jennifer E. Smith, which is about two people, Claire and Aidan, and it's their last night before they go off to college, and they make this list and it decides whether or not they're gonna be together, they're gonna have a future together, or if they're gonna separate. It's quite a short book, so I am really looking forward to reading it. It sort of seems like it's gonna be quite soppy and romantic and flashbacky and stuff, but sometimes we need a good romantic book in our lives, and I haven't read one of those in a long time, so I am looking forward to reading it. Then also this month I got lots of the Welcome to the Shadowhunter Academy ebooks. There was a couple that I had to catch up on, and this month they released Born to Endless Night, which was the Magnus and Alec one, which I have reviewed, which again you can watch in the description. I absolutely loved that little series, so yeah, I got about 4 or 5 of those on my Kindle. Thank you for watching my book haul extravaganza, which is filled with all of the books, because yeah. As usual, all of the books will be in the description. All the places that you can go and get them will be down below. All the links to all the lovely publishers that are so awesome and send me lots of books, because honestly, like, you're awesome and I love that I get to work with you, and I love that I get to read so many cool things. So all of that will be in the description. All the reviews, all the links, everything is down there as usual. Let me know if you've read any of these books, what you thought of them. Let me know if you liked them, if you didn't like them, or if you're planning on reading any of them. That would be cool. We can discuss it. Talking about books is my favourite thing to do. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you're all doing really well, and I will see you next time. Bye!